Hello and welcome to My Own Worst Enemy, and it has been a while. So this is actually a unexpected unboxing for me, unplanned, and I'm doing this because I am at the tail end of the renovation of the studio. So new carpet is in, the walls are painted, floors are all done. I'm now in the process of setting everything back up. I've got to organize my games. I don't know how I'm going to organize them yet, probably by publisher, but I don't really know. I've got plenty of time to do that though. I mainly want to get the studio back up and running and get videos back up on the web. So that's what I'm going to do now is test the setup. And in doing so, I'm going to unbox this, the Battle for Normandy. Before I do that though, we're going to take a little detour here. This is the box it came in. This is from GMT. I don't know if you can see up there. Yeah, GMT games. And so I always get these boxes from GMT and they pack these games in these peanuts. And it's driven me nuts. I hate the peanuts. Cannot stand the peanuts. But I want to show you something here. We're going to take a field trip. I want to show you something that I recently discovered, and it kind of helps ease this pain just a little bit. So come with me now as we take a field trip. Okay, here we are in the kitchen. It's okay because the wife is not home, so we can do this in the sink, the kitchen sink. So this is the GMT box, and we open it up, and there's those peanuts. Let me grab some of these peanuts. Watch this now. This blew my mind. I saw this on the internet. I got one of those internet devices, and I saw this. This is crazy. So these are the peanuts. Peanuts to get in the way. So all you do is you take your water, and look at that. There they go. Now, it may not be very quick. I mean, maybe the water's cold, but look at that. That's the peanuts that were in the box. They almost turn into like a soapy looking material, but that's it. Those peanuts are gone. Unbelievable. So if I understand the website correctly, there's one left that I saw this on, that these peanuts are made of cornstarch, and I guess that they're environmentally friendly and they break down with water. So I'm not suggesting you do this in your kitchen sink. What you could do though is you could take it in your backyard with a garden hose and just melt them that way if you just want to get rid of them. But you don't have to pack these things into your trash bag, and they don't have to take up so much space. So I guess my complaint with GMT is a little invalid, although I still really don't like the peanuts. I think they do take up a lot of space, so it's just one extra step to get rid of them. But I guess if they are good for the environment and they're that easy to get rid of, I am not going to complain anymore about the peanuts in the GMT boxes. As you can see, the peanuts do dissolve easily, and I don't know if I'm going to in the future actually wash those things down with a garden hose just to get rid of them, or just continue to throw them in the trash bags. They do take up a lot of space when you put them in a trash bag, and the trash can fills up fast, but the fact that you can just, I don't know, maybe you can just throw them out in the lawn and let the rain do its job, but I don't know if that's an ideal solution either. The neighbors probably don't want to see that sort of thing, so we'll either start hosing them down or putting them in the trash bag. But I thought that was kind of cool. So anyway, back to this, the Battle for Normandy Deluxe Edition. I own a couple of small games on D-Day and the Battle of Normandy. I've always wanted a huge monster game on the topic, and so when I saw this was being released, GMT Deluxe Edition, I thought, well, you know what? That game's got to be polished and ready to go. And if I'm ever going to buy one, this is going to be it because it is going to be a quality product. I'm not saying it isn't, but after I ordered this and it arrived, I heard on, I think I was watching Counterclipping Show with Gary Hardwolf, and I think that's where I heard somebody mention problems with the Battle for Normandy Deluxe. Started investigating it, and oh boy, was there problems with this game. And in the form of a lot of people were talking about the counters being, I don't know if they're missing information or they're just misaligned or what's going on, but a lot of counter issues apparently. In addition, some other people have said, you know what, there's more than just counter issues here. You're actually missing player's aid cards and other stuff. And I don't really know exactly everything that is wrong with this game. So if you know, if someone's published a list of everything wrong in this box, please let me know where that's at. And I'd just like to take a look at it. And I think that GMT is aware of this and they are planning to make things right with their customers. I can't imagine them not doing that. I've had nothing but good experiences with GMT games. So I'm not too worried about them fixing what's broken in this game or what's wrong in this game or what was left out of the game. So anyway, what we're going to do is just take a quick look at the components. We can at least see what the print quality looks like and what is actually in the box. So we can see here, this is 2 to 6 players, and looking at the game content, and of course we'll look at the solitaire suitability. It's a 7, that's pretty high, so I'm guessing there's not a lot of hidden information in this. You look at the game content, so, and this is a very heavy box, and it's about a 3-inch box. 7 game maps, each of those are 22 by 34, so those are standard size game maps. 11 counter sheets, a rules book, a scenario book, beach landing aids, Allied air allocation log, the German allocation log, anti-aircraft looks like. There's interdiction level cards, 7 player aids cards for table charts and record tracks, and dice, 3d6 and 1d10. And this, of course, is designed by Dan Holt. So let's go ahead and dig into this just to take a look at what the components look like. And it'll be a while before I can play this thing. For one, I want to wait on any corrections that GMT may release. So there's that. And then 2, this is such a big game, and I don't have a lot of space for setting up big games for any length of time like this. Maybe this might be a good thing to take to one of the conventions and play if we can get some people together to do it. So right on top here, we have the scenario book, and this is pretty chunky. And it looks like it goes up to 68 pages. I'll let you see this closer up. There you can see all of the scenarios, and there's some play notes and some play tips, and I was looking for, there's a detailed example of play for the assault landing, so that's kind of cool. It's a matte paper. It's the print looks great in this. So hopefully this is one of the things that does not need fixing. I don't know if there's any errata that needs to be done to this book. Maybe, maybe not. Again, if you know of any changes or errata that needs to be done to this game, let me know below. A nice looking scenario book here. I like the colors, and the print is very easy to read. That's the scenario book. This is, of course, the rule book, I believe. Table of contents. Battle for Normandy. I don't know what the 2 there is, unless that's a second edition, second printing. I'm not sure what that red 2 is there for. The scenario book does not have that red 2. All right, so we're looking again. It's the same paper, the same quality. That's kind of cool, the vehicles there. It's the same paper quality, the easy to read print. Nothing wrong with this, at least from, again, we're looking at this from the aesthetic point of view and the quality of the product, not so much what may be wrong in the book itself. There's some optional rules. So it's not really, I expected a much larger rule book, and that's kind of nice. Some reference charts. I was expecting a much larger rule book than this. This is 48 pages, but there are a lot of pictures and stuff in there, so that's really not too bad. Let's just keep digging down. And again, this is just an unplanned unboxing. I just mainly wanted to see if my camera is working and the audio is working, so you want to give me feedback on that too. That's always appreciated. So these are all player's aid cards, it looks like, and we'll just kind of flip through these pretty quick. Combat result table. And there's some charts on that as well. Replacement charts, weather tables. Again, I've always wanted to play a huge game on this subject, and I'm glad I've got it, and I'm looking forward to getting this to play this eventually. Again, that won't happen until they've corrected any problems with this, and I have time, or I take this to a convention. Rain effects chart, that's pretty nice. These are heavy cardstock, semi-gloss, really nice. I think these will hold up. This looks like a turn track. 44, June and July, August over there in the corner. These must be landing areas, it looks like. Sword, Utah, and Juneau. Nothing on the back of that one. Omaha and gold. German record charts, probably the same stuff that we saw. But there's the Allied. Nothing on the backs of these. Random events tables, I like to see that. I do like random events in my war games. And this is a high gloss map of the entire area. And I guess these are entry points that they have marked off over here. That's really beautiful. Beautiful artwork, and I guess the gloss makes it look like that. I mean, the bad thing about the gloss is you can see the reflection, but it really looks good. So that, of course, was the that was the German card we were looking at. This is the Allies. And map, kind of a map card. 3 map campaign variant. So I guess that's a variant for the main campaign. And now we'll grab the, oh boy, my wrist is already aching just looking at this. These are the counter sheets. And again, I don't know what's wrong with these counters. Someone's going to have to tell me. They're half-inch counters. They look nice. The NATO symbols on some of these. The registration I'm looking at, because I'm trying to see if that's a problem. A couple of blank ones there, but I don't know if that's intentional or not. Maybe, maybe not. So nice looking counters, at least again, visually. These are the Allies. We'll just kind of flip through these quickly. Again, I'm looking mainly for registration problems or stuff like that. I don't know enough about what's going on to tell you if the attack strength and defense strengths or the unit numbers or anything else in here is correct or not. Like some miscellaneous countries there. Getting into more counter sheets, Germans. I like the color. I like the quality. They're very thick cardstock, that brown core GMT cardstock that we're used to. Informational counters. Registration on all these looks fine. This might be a little low. I don't know. Actually, that looks fine. I think that was intentionally printed that way. I don't see anything wrong, at least with the registration on these, the alignment for these counters. So I'm assuming that there's missing counters, there's incorrect counters. I don't know. Again, I would love to see a complete list of what is wrong with this game. And then finally, I believe, because it said 7 maps, and well, not finally, because it looks like we get an introduction deck of cards. And I won't open that because there's really not much to that at all. Zippies for your counters, although I'm sure I will use counter trays. And here's the dice. And I see 1d10, 3d6. Is that what it said? 3d6 and 1d10. So we've got the dice. And the dice, I like the colors on those. Those are nice. Certainly that'll work. I do have thematic dice with the Germans and the Allies, so I'll probably be using that. This is an insert, which I don't think we're going to keep. Not going to do us any good. So here's all the maps. And again, there are 7 of these. And if there's any map issues, I don't know, but we'll take a look at the first one here. So this says this is scenario 1. Nice map. I really like the artwork. There's stuff on the back of these too. Looks like another scenario, back of map. I'll just let you take a quick look at that. Don't know that we're going to go through each and every one of these maps. Let's see, is there any special map I should pull out? Maps all look fine. These are perfectly fine maps. Visually, again, I don't know about what might be missing. Let's just grab this one because it has the nice title on it. I see Sword Juno in gold. The landing zones there. So yeah, I really like the artwork on the map. It is a semi-gloss paper, so not too reflective. You may or may not want to put this under Plexi. If I do a playthrough, of course, I cannot use Plexi as it is entirely too reflective to do a video on. But that's it. Just a quick unboxing of the Battle for Normandy Deluxe Edition. Like I said, it'll be a while before I can play this. They're going to have to resolve whatever issues there are with the game before I even consider playing it. I don't know how long that's going to take. And then, again, if I do play it on the channel, it'll be a small scenario. Otherwise, I'd love to get this thing to a convention, get it on a table and play it with more people. I think this will be a very fun game. But we'll see. So that's it. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you have not. That is always helpful. And let me know, like I said, this is a test of the audio, the video, ramping things back up here in the studio so I can start doing more videos, hopefully at a faster rate than what I've been doing. Maybe we'll change things up a little bit. Still want to do a live stream. I'm setting up for that. I've got almost everything in place for the first one. And at some point, hopefully soon I will get to do a live stream. It'll be a test live stream, and I don't know if I'll announce it or just jump on and do it and have people jump in if they're there. We'll see. So yeah, look for that. All right, thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you back here next time.